If you're looking for a simple way to create your product images for your handmade business without losing that handmade look, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you how you can use your original photo and make some subtle enhancements using Canva and create a product image template that you can use again and again for all of your handmade products. Hi, I'm Lou. I make handbags, jewellery and accessories, and I know firsthand how hard it is to get your product images right, especially when they're handmade. Up until recently, I was using another paid subscription for a photo app that was really good, but I realised I had everything that I already needed in Canva. And so in this video, I'm going to show you the exact method that I now use to create my product images. I'm going to show you how to set up your template in Canva, how to make the enhancements to your product images, and how to drag and drop new images into your templates. I'm going to give you a few examples using my own products. I'll be keeping this really simple using just a plain background, but I will be covering some backgrounds using props in a later video, so please look out for that. And this method that I'm going to show you is using the background remover, which is a pro feature. Before we jump into Canva, let me just explain how I take my product photo. I place white paper onto a table and I push that table against a white wall, and this really helps with the features that I'm going to show you in Canva. So I simply place my product onto the white paper with the white wall in the background. If you've got a white table, you don't need the paper. I use my camera on my phone to take my photo, and I always do this during the daytime with as much natural sunlight as possible. Okay, so now let's jump into Canva. So once you've opened up Canva, you just need to click on the plus symbol on the left, create. We're going to create a custom size page, which is essentially going to be the size that I want my product image to be. And the standard size is typically around 2048. If you're using this for your online store, maybe just check to see what size you need your image to be. 2000 and 2048 should work just fine. Keep your units as pixels and create new design. So this has created a new project now. So I'm just going to come up here and change the name to product images. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a template for the product image, and eventually we're going to have a number of different product images running along the bottom of this project. So to get started, you will need to upload your photos into the images. So you can just drag and drop your product photos here. And I'm going to be using this image here of one of my tote bags. So I'm going to start by bringing this image onto the page by dragging and dropping that on. I've got two options. I can either set that as my background and it will just fill that page, or if I detach that from the background, if I wanted to make it a little bit larger, I can just pull the corners out a bit further, bring that into the center. So I think I prefer it just slightly bigger like that, and then I can just move it up and down. I think I'm going to leave that about there. And I'm going to be creating two different types of product image templates. One is going to be using the original photo that's going to be slightly enhanced. The other image is going to be on a bright white background with some shadows. So let's start by going to come down here and I'm going to duplicate the page. I want two copies of this photo. And on the second image, I'm just going to click on the picture, and then I'm going to come up here to BG remover, which is background remover, and that will remove the background. So now I've just got the bag. I want to make that just slightly smaller. And then just bring that up into the center. So this is essentially my product image with the white background that you typically see on an online store. I want to add some shadows. Making sure I'm clicked on the image, I come up to edit and select shadows, select see all. And there's all different types of shadows that you can add. And at the moment, they look really horrible, so don't worry, it's not going to look that bad. So I like the drop shadow. And if you scroll down a bit further, you've got different options to change the shadow. Play around with those. You can move it a bit closer. You can move the angle, so you can have your shadow more blurred or less blurred. Now, I don't think it needs too much of the shadow. Got the intensity option as well. Move the intensity down a bit. I don't think it needs to be that harsh. So play around with that until you're happy. If your original photo was quite dull, you can also come up to edit again. There's a couple of options that I would play around with slightly, which is the brightness and the contrast, and then the tint. And just make sure though that you're comfortable with the end result and that it's very similar to what your product looks like, because sometimes you take a photograph and it doesn't actually do the product any justice, and you need to do a couple of changes to get it closer to what it looks like in real life. And I'm going to leave it like that. So my white product image is done, so there's nothing else I need to do with that for now. So let's go back over to our first image. This is looking quite dull at the moment. There's not much going on. We want to enhance it to make it look prettier and more professional for our online store. So I'm going to make some subtle changes. First of all, I want to change the color of the background, and I'm going to use a filter to do that. But I don't want to put the filter over the bag. So I'm going to duplicate this image. I click on the duplicate icon here. That's now given me a copy of that image in the exact same dimensions. And I'm going to use the BG remover on the second image, so the one that's on the top. So now you can see I've got a secondary image of my bag, and I can just place that over the top. You wouldn't see it, but you can see it when I move it around. And now I can change this background. So clicking on the image at the back, I'm now going to come back up to edit, and I'm going to have a look at some of the filters. So you scroll down to filters and go to see all. You've got all different options, all different filters that you can use. So don't worry if it changes the bag, because we've already got the bag here in its original form. Or don't worry if it changes your product image, because we've got the product image here. So we're going to place that over the top once we've finished changing the background. I'm just going to choose a background that I think looks more suitable for my product image. I quite like these ones here. Look quite nice. I like mist. I like them when they've got like a bit of a beigey background. You might like something that's a little bit brighter, but I'm going to go for one of these more beigey colours. A few different ones here. That one's quite nice. You can also pop the other image back and see which one works. That one looks okay. Nordic Mist. I think I'd prefer the other one. Let me go back and change that to the other one. I think it was this one here I liked. Nimbus. Rose was quite nice, but I'm going to go for this Nimbus. I'm going to pop my original bag over the top. So what that's done is just enhance the background colour, and the reason I like doing this is because my original photo has got its original shadows. I don't have to add in any shadows using Canva's shadow tools. I'm just using the original shadow that was in my photograph. I do think my bag needs enhancing again. So I'm going to come up here, go to edit, and then go to adjust, and I'm going to adjust the brightness and the tint. Gives my pink heart, makes it a little bit pinker. I think that's much better. It looks a lot closer to my bag colour in real life, but it's still quite plain, so I want to add a few extra things. I'm actually going to add some text to this image and an icon which says handmade, because I want people to see that it's a handmade bag. So I'm going to come up to elements, and in the describe your ideal element, I'm just going to put handmade, and it will come up with all different graphics. I'm going to use this one here, and I'm going to pop that up into the corner, make it a little bit smaller, and it on its side a bit. Got handmade with love, and then I'm also going to add some text, and I'm going to have some arrows and some writing that sort of talks about a couple of the features of the bag. So I'm going to come over here to the T icon, and I'm going to select a text box, and I'm just going to put bag strap. I'm going to choose the font style that I want. I quite like this handwritten font style. That's starred in my favourites. I'm going to change that to white. You can use whatever colour you want. That there. And then I'm going to duplicate, and I'm going to put another one up here. Water resistant canvas. And I'm just going to move that line spacing, move it up a bit. And so I'm going to have an arrow on there pointing to the canvas and the bag strap. This is just optional. You don't have to do it, but I think it's quite nice to sort of enhance your picture a bit by having some text on there pointing to some nice features. It's something, again, to grab your potential customers' attention. If maybe they didn't pick up on it on the product description, and now you've got it on your product image, they can see it a bit clearer. And I might put a clip-on bag strap. And so I want to put a little arrow as well. So I'm going to come up to elements. I was going to type arrow in this little search box. I'm just going to choose an arrow like this one here, and that onto the page, and I want to change that to white as well, and I'm just going to flip that up the other way. I'll make it a bit smaller, Use the arrow again. I'm going to duplicate that arrow, and then I'm just going to pop that down here and point to the canvas. And I really don't need much more than that. So that is my enhanced image. I've slightly changed the contrast and given the product a tint. So I've brought some of the natural colours and made it a little bit more brighter. Put a nice filter over the background to give it a different colour, and then put the icon and some text and arrows. And now start using these two template. I'm going to create a copy, and then you can drag and drop new photos into these templates. It will automatically remove the background. It will give it the same shadow and the changes that you've made with the tint. So let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to create a third image now. I'm going to have a white background and shadow like this one here. As I've already created this template, I can just come down here and duplicate this page. So I want my next product image to look the same essentially. The photo will be different. Now head over to my uploads to get my new product image. So for this one, I'm going to have a shot where I've got the inside of the bag showing. So I'm going to just drag this photo. I'm going to drop it onto this thumbnail. So you can see that it goes purple. So I'm going to drop it there and let go. It will automatically scan and do all of those changes. So it's replaced that original photo. It's a slightly different photograph. I need to just move that up a little bit. Move it up just a little bit more. I think that works. I've now got my original photo that's got the text and icon, and I've got two other product images, the white background. You can have as many other photos as you want. Now I'm going to use this template, and I'm going to do the same for different tote bags. First of all, I need to just duplicate that page. Remember, we've got two images here. We've got one bag sitting on top of the other one. We need to drop two images onto this template to change it. So I'm going to go over to my uploads and grab my new image of the different bag, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So I'm going to use this bag here. We need to drag this image onto this template twice. The first drop is to replace the bag essentially sitting on top of that background, this one here. I'm just going to take this image and drag and drop it onto that thumbnail down here. I've got the new bag. My background is wrong. So to change the background, I need to move this out of the way slightly. So I'm just going to move that to the right so that I can click on this back image. And now I can grab my new photo image and then pop that in here, let go. And it's made those changes with that filter. It's kept the same background color that I've used here. And now I can just move that tote bag back. And because this is a different colour tote, just adjust the tint ever so slightly. This is really your own judgment on how well you know your own fabrics and colours. So now I can just change this text and move the arrows around. And so now I just want to create the other product images like I've got here. So I don't have one of this bag with the strap, but I do have a product image of the inside. So I'm going to duplicate this template, click on the thumbnail, and then the three dots, and then go to duplicate page. And now I'm going to go back over to my uploads, grab my new product image, which is this one here of the inside of that bag, and I'm going to drag it and drop it onto the thumbnail. And that's made that change. Adjust the tint slightly. You can just move your images around as well if you wanted to keep them all together like this. Just drag them over. So now I've got this one here, the two product images with the white background, and then I've got the new bag and the white background. Now let me show you this process again with a different product. This time I'll be using my wristlet. So I'm going to go back to my original and duplicate page. And now I'm going to choose a different product. So I'm going to use my scrunchie wristlet, and I'm going to bring that onto the page. This one doesn't have a wall in the background. This was just a product that was just laying flat on the white sheet of paper. I'm going to just drag that into the thumbnail first, and then I'm going to move that to the side a bit, and then I'm going to come back and then drop the same photo into the background. Move that back, and then you can move that around to wherever you want that to be. So I'm going to move that down a bit. You do need to reposition it, then you just make sure that your two images are the same size so that can completely cover that background. And now I can just use these text to make changes. I'll just keep my handmade with love in the same position. And now I want the same image but the white background. So I'm going to use this one here, and I'm going to duplicate my page, and I'm going to drop my wristlet picture onto the thumbnail, and I want to make that a little bit bigger. like that. Okay, now I'm going to use this image here where I've got a picture of my hands with the wristlet on my wrist. So I'm going to duplicate this page and I'm going to use this image here and I'm going to drop that onto my thumbnail. And then I'm just going to move that to the side so that there isn't a white line there. And there you go. Probably just have to rejig these a bit, move them around to get them all together in the right order. Essentially got these 3 templates that I created in the beginning and just use those to make these changes to my new product images. Keeping everything really consistent. Here's just another example I've got here with my scrunchie. When you're ready to use them, you can just come up here to share and download your images. So you can either do that as a PNG or a JPEG file. So just maybe try both and see what works best, depending on where you're using it, for social media or for your online store. This background remover on Canva is very good at keeping your original photo completely original. If you zoom in, you can really see the texture of that fabric. That is exactly what my fabric looks like. So it's really good. There's no changes to my logo. Everything looks exactly as per the original photo. Same with these ones as well. It's really good. So there you have it. So you can just keep duplicating your pages and adding new product images on there. Just drag and drop your photos onto these templates and have some fun with it. I hope that helped, and do look out for my upcoming videos where I'm going to show you more ways of how you can enhance your product image. And I'll see you again in the next video.